time or season, specifically a festival, convened for a definite purpose. And basically what I want you to realize is God has a day timer, and he says, here's when I want to meet with you. Now, how many of us, again, if we have a boss, and the boss tells us he wants to meet with us at 10 o'clock on Tuesday, are we going to come up to him and say, no, that doesn't work in my schedule? Can you meet with me on Thursday at 5? How long will you be an employee there? Not very long. Okay, when the creator of heaven and earth says, hey, I really want to meet, how many of you would want to meet with God personally? We might be impressed if the governor or the president or something wants to meet with us. We would do everything we could to make that appointment. Well, here the creator of heaven and earth has made an appointment and says, hey, I really want to meet with you. We might think, oh my goodness, I can't believe he wants to meet with little us. But God says, come on, I want to meet with you for heaven's sake. I have a special divine appointment. Now think about this. When the Shekinah was in Israel, does that mean that God wasn't in China? He was everywhere, but he's in a special way in the wilderness. Well, the same thing. When you come to these festivals, it's not that God isn't anywhere else, but he's in a special way at these meetings, so we want to be there. Now, let's add the letter Yud at the beginning. And you have another Hebrew word, and this is where you get the word moed from. But you have, again, to fix upon by agreement, by implication to meet at a statement of time. And then it says to engage for marriage. And your marriage, in one sense, God wants to forever be a spouse to you, married to his bride. All right? Now, how many of you want to be at the bride of the Messiah at the wedding? Well, don't you think it'd be a good idea to be at the dress rehearsal? Okay, so if you're at the dress rehearsal, you got a better idea of what's happening. Now, the dress rehearsal is not the real event. You're rehearsing, which is why the Moeds were dress rehearsals for the real event. For heaven's sake, why in the world would you not want to be at the dress rehearsal of the wedding of the Messiah? As a matter of fact, in the Gospels, I don't have the verse here, but there are people that, a parable where God says the king had a wedding for his son, he invited all these people, and what they say? No, we don't need these dress rehearsals, they were shadows. What are you thinking about? And so they didn't get to come to the wedding. All right. Let's look at Genesis 17, 10, 11. God says, this is my covenant, which you shall keep between me and you and your descendants after you. Every male child among you will be circumcised, and you'll be circumcised in the flesh of your foreskins, and it will be a what? Okay, it's that same Hebrew word, oath, and it's a sign of the covenant between me and you. But here's something that's fascinating. Look at Genesis 34, 15. It says, but in this will we consent to you, if you will be as we be, that every male of you be circumcised. Remember that event where they were going to, the Shechemites, Dinah was raped, and then they decided